All right, everybody, we're live here tonight on the Five Kings Network, Five Kings Motorsports YouTube channel. Doing something a little bit different tonight. Normally on Friday nights, we're out on the racetrack racing in the next gen front row iRacing series. But tonight, they're hosting a special race, we'll call it. So we're coming in here, and we told Tom that we would handle the broadcasting duties for tonight, so that's what we're going to do. That's what we intend to do. We're actually going to pull Tom up really quick. But first, want to give a shout out to the league real quick. This is Front Row iRacing bringing the action here tonight. Front Row iRacing, they have, like I said, next gen NASCAR Cup cars on Friday nights. I'm pretty sure we have a truck series and a Bush series, quote unquote, Xfinity series coming up fairly soon. We'll get Tom up in the booth and we will discuss that. Let's see if we can track down Mr. Tom, get him up in the booth with us. We'll go over a few things. Mr. Tom, you're live in the Five Kings Network booth. You got a copy?
I got you, brother. How are you?
I'm doing good. You're probably doing a little bit better than I am. Getting ready to come out here and turn some laps at Daytona. How many laps did you end up going with tonight?
So we are going with 100 laps tonight. One fast repair, no stages. It should be fun. I'm excited to see how this goes.
So we're not too far away from you boys getting out there and trying your hand in qualifying. I did make a mistake. I logged in as a driver because it wouldn't let me in as a spectator, so I won't be able to watch qualifying. But that'd be okay. So Tom, explain Front Row Racing a little bit. Front Row iRacing League. I told him about the Friday night Next Gen series. What's in the pipeline? Can anything be discussed on as far as what's in the future?
Definitely. So tonight, this is a recruitment race for our truck series that we will be having on Wednesday nights. It'll be a fixed setup league, one fast repair for the league, and shorter races, nothing too long, but just to get the drivers up to speed and everything like that, and have some fun. We will also be having a Bush series on Thursday nights. Again, fixed setup league, one fast repair. In between the Cup Series race length and the Truck Series race length. We want to build that stepping stone for those new drivers coming into iRacing, or drivers that maybe just aren't up to speed yet and want to, you know, they want to climb through the ropes, climb that ladder, get into the Cup Series, and make a name for himself. That's what we want to do here at Front Row iRacing.
So, Tom, I actually was fortunate enough to win Iowa last week. I am a racer in this series, Five Kings Motorsports. A lot of our guys participate in the Friday night series, but I'll be honest, Tom, we're really looking forward to that. We'll call it Xfinity series, Bush series, and we're really looking forward to the Truck series. What nights throughout the week are y'all planning on hosting them events?
So trucks are going to be Wednesday night. Um,
Okay.
and then our Xfinity or Bush series will be on Thursday night. They will most likely our races will start around probably 8:30 p.m. I'm not 100% sure on the time yet. We're
Okay.
still kind of working out some of the details, but it will be around then. Uh, and yeah, it's. I mean, I'm super excited. You know, I want to be running in those too, but I'll be up in the booth and playing our race control most likely. But I'll join in a few races for sure. It'll be fun.
So speaking of race control, now you did mention this is a recruitment race, guys. So what that means is anybody and everybody can join. They just go on the hosted sessions on iRacing. They see Daytona trucks and they think, "Hey, I want to give that a shot." But sometimes that can create some messy driving. So on the terms of race control, do you have anybody in the booth? Eyes in the skies, we'll say.
Oh yeah, we have seven admins tonight, and we have two that are going to be dedicated to just watch over the entire race and help keep everybody in line.
Okay.
And if it gets to the point where beginning is a little chaotic, I am always more than willing to step out of the truck and get my eyes out there and help get these drivers back under control and make it 100 laps.
Well, hopefully for your sake, hopefully you get to come out here and turn some laps. These drivers do have one fast repair in the pits, correct?
Yes, they have one faster pair. Hopefully, they don't have to use it
Right?
early. And I stressed in the drivers' meeting that 100 laps. If you want a chance to win, you got to be there at the end. So
Yep.
right now, practice is looking pretty good. There's a couple of drivers that are on my radar, but we'll give them the benefit of the doubt, and obviously let them start the race, and we'll just kind of keep a close eye on them.
What's car count looking like right now, Tom? Do you have a decent
Uh,
amount out here?
right now, we have a full field of 40 trucks.
Oh goodness gracious. You're gonna make me stressed out up here in the booth, guys. I promise you, listen, I've done one live broadcast professional style. Now I have called a lot of races alongside some other broadcasting companies, so I do know that aspect of it. I'm not nearly as entertaining as Chris over at Next Gen Broadcasting. He is our normal broadcaster on Friday nights, but he was having PC issues. Got a new computer coming on Wednesday, so I figured, hey, why not? I'll jump in and at least provide video and some audio to the action tonight, because I know there's going to be action at Daytona. I mean, there has to be, right?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, Daytona and the trucks. I mean, you can't when it comes to super speedway racing, you can't get any better than that. I mean, Daytona at night
At
and the
night.
trucks watching the sparks fly, and hopefully tempers don't flare. But again, we all know it's possible.
I,
Uh,
I tell you
so
what, Tom, I see qualifying is getting underway here, buddy. Maybe you can put that number 32 machine out front tonight, if I'm not mistaken. It should be a Blaze Pizza with a Century 21 truck, correct?
yes, yes,
Absolutely, absolutely.
yep. We're gonna hopefully put that Blaze Motorsports Chevrolet Silverado up in the front row here.
Right on, brother. All right, well, that's Tom right there. He's one of the founding members of the Front Row iRacing League. If you want to reach out to him, reach out to the series, you can find him on iRacing at Front Row iRacing, or we'll drop you in the chat. We'll drop their Facebook link. Tom, good luck to you, buddy. We'll see you at the end of the race.
Thanks, brother. I'll catch you with it later.
See you, buddy. So there you hear, that's Tom. So he's gonna be trying to come out here and race tonight, guys. But like I said, when it comes to these hosted races, there is a little bit of mayhem, a little bit of carnage earlier on in the races, and that's just the way it is, guys. As we pull up our qualifying here, it's going to take about 50 seconds to complete a lap, so nobody's going to have a lap done just yet. And unfortunately, I did not load in correctly. I loaded in as a driver, not a spectator. Shame on me. My bad. But, I mean, when it comes down to the nitty gritty, once these boys go to the grid, we're all eyes on deck. I know the talent is out there for some good races. We got Scotty Stevens. That's a Five Kings Motorsports driver. He's won a few times in this series already, at least in the next gen cars. You got the dynamic duo member himself, Joshua Sexton, out here in the 051. And then you got Frank Barbary. He is the third and final representative of Five Kings Motorsports tonight. But then outside of that, you got drivers like Cale Butler. That's a heavy hitter. Michael Wood. Those are two drivers. And Tom himself. Those are three drivers that are always in contention no matter what track they go to, no matter what car they are sitting in. They are, without a doubt, world talents. They're just world class. That's why when I got fortunate enough to get that win at Iowa last Friday night in this series, I was over the moon because it is world class talent out here. As we see the number 63 machine of Eric Keff. So I will go out on a limb right now. I'm just a good old boy from Kentucky that got a computer, got into racing, got into iRacing. I will butcher last names tonight, and I do apologize. I'll apologize up front. That way it's already out there. And I'll probably apologize again as we get going. But that's just be forewarned. I will butcher names tonight. And that's just a product of being a good old boy from Kentucky right now. But as you see here, you got Mr. Pritchard putting it top of the board now. Tom Pritchard in that 15 Ford F-150. Excuse me. See, I'm so used to the Cup cars and the Xfinity cars. I didn't even think about the trucks. But yeah, putting that F-150 up on the front row. That's Mr. Tom Pritchard with the 5239 looking pretty stout out here. These qualifying laps, they're not going to be too far off. There you see that 63 machine only 400s off. Hace only 500s off. Moore only 600s off. I mean, look at that. Your top six are only split by 800ths of a second. That shows how stout this competition is. There's a lot of drivers out here I don't know. I've never raced with them before. But there's a handful of drivers from the series. And man, oh man, it's going to be a blast calling the action. I'm super excited to call the action. I'm not sure how long of qualifying we got. Let's take a second here. We'll actually let's pull up the weather. Let's see what kind of weather we got going on here tonight. 25 degrees Celsius, so that's not correct. We need to change that. Partly cloudy, so the track will have some good grip in it tonight, so that's always a good thing. That is always a good thing. Bear with me one moment, folks, as I try to come through and fix this one more time. I had to do it a while ago, but I had to back out. SDK, I'm brand new with this system. SDK was giving me some fits earlier. I think we got it down pat. There we have it. So 12 miles per hour wind, 13 miles per hour wind. That will be something to watch. When you come to Daytona, that guy that's on the low line, when they drive off into turn one and turn four, it's hard to keep the car all the way down there. And depending on which direction that wind is blowing, it can blow them up the track. It can blow them down the track. You just never know how exactly it's going to work for you. Normally, when we race, we normally have it set to about 2 miles per hour wind, so it's not a factor. But 12 to 13 miles per hour wind, that will be a factor. With the air temp right now sitting at 77 degrees, so that's a nice night in Florida there with the lights on a beautiful racing facility. As you see right there, the World Center of Racing. That's Daytona International Speedway, folks. I love this track. I'm not a fan of plate racing myself, but just sitting back and watching the action, I mean, it's top notch. It's top notch. Daytona International Speedway, underneath the lights. I'm getting vibes of the Firecracker 400 here, folks. Pepsi 400, Coke Zero 400 for the newer generation. But anyways, we got a track temp of 78 degrees, so the track's a little bit warmer than the air temp. That will go down as the night goes on, of course. Let's see what we got for race info here. As always, if you're checking us out for the first time on the Five Kings Network, I'm Tanner Marr. Normally, I'm a driver, and most nights of the week, I am out driving. So on Tuesday nights, I broadcast, and Saturday nights, I broadcast. The rest of the nights of the week, if there's a league race going, I am broadcasting it. But yeah, so give us a subscribe on Five Kings Motorsports on YouTube. We're closing in on 1,500 likes on Facebook as well, underneath the same name, Five Kings Motorsports. Any and all likes and subscribes, we appreciate every single last one of them. But enough about that. We got Daytona 2.48 mile of a track. It's going to be a doozy. Let's go to the race grid. Let's see what we got here tonight. Starting on the pole, we got Tom Pritchard with the 52.389 in that 15 machine. Starting to his outside, we got Eric Keff out of the split second eSports. That's a pretty cool team name, Eric. Kevin Hayes starting P3. Joshua Moore P4. Seth Sakaris P5. Shane Loveridge running out and going out P6 on the third row. Starting on the fourth row inside, this is a front row racing veteran, Michael Wood in that number 99 machine. Then you got Richard Malugana in the 40 machine starting P8. Blake Cries and rolling out P9 with Cale Butler. That's the man right there. That's the man with the plan right there. He'll be rolling out P10, rounding out the top 10 qualifiers. Dennis St. Germain and Nick Prince. That's your 11 and 12 qualifiers. Moving on down the board, we got Michael Lucas, Toby Wibbles, Bruce Martin, Cody Morgan. That's 15 and 16. Rolling out P17, it's going to be David Morgan II in the number 1 car. JW Long rolling out P18 in the number 8 machine. Then we got Adam S. Burrich and Cameron Ingram. Frank Barbary, Scotty Stevens, Noel Humbridge, Kevin LaChance, Joshua Sexton, myself, I'm not racing. And those are guys that did not qualify. So let's go out here and let's see what we got from the leader as we around this beautiful track. The pace car's getting ready to make that hard left-hand turn. I'm sorry, folks. I got a problem here. I don't want to miss the action. I just feel like it's too loud. That might be too quiet now. Just give me an update on the sound. As that pace car makes that hard left-hand turn, we're going green flag racing here, folks. As you see, further on back in the pack, you already got drivers trying to shuffle it around. You got to get everything you can on these positions, but you got to be careful. It is a wide track, but you do not want to be 3 wide for long. I look for drivers to kind of get in a single file line and just ride. That is the best thing. We got a driver actually getting into the wall. I'm not sure who that was. Bear with me, folks. It's going to take me a little bit to learn the drivers' names and what paint schemes they're running. We got a slight contact up in the front of the pack there. You got to be careful bump drafting these cars. They don't like it a whole lot. Now, you can do it a little bit, but on lap 1 of a 200-lap race, I don't know. As you see Kef in that 63 machine, let's switch it up. Let's go with the ticker. I like the rolling ticker as we go on here. As you see, these drivers are still 2 by 2 at the front of the pack. Far little further back, I'm not sure who that is. You see this is what we're going to see here tonight. You're going to see a pack kind of break away from the pack. So you got like the top 14 or so right here, maybe even like the top 15, top 16. And then you got a pack that's a little further on back. And what they're doing, in their head, they're thinking there's going to be a big one. When you think Daytona, when you think Talladega, you know all it takes is one small mistake to make one big wreck. And that's what happens at these plate tracks. You get everybody racing on top of each other, everybody right around each other, and then before you know it, somebody bumps a little too hard. They might hit to the side a little bit, and then before you know it, boom, you got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cars that are wrecked. So these guys right here that have broke away from the pack here, they're just trying to click off laps. They're going to lose the draft in front of them, but the main thing they're trying to do, they're just trying to be safe. As I think the sound is a little bit too loud. So we'll try that for y'all and see. That should be better. So I normally stream for this other series, and they have all this set up for me. I'm brand new to professional broadcasting, so I'm not exactly used to working STK, working all this stuff. But Nick Prince, my oh my, he has gained 11 positions since we started this race. And that 35 Silverado, that green, white, and black machine, that's a good looking car out front, leading that bottom line. But that outside line's not giving up, and that's what you see with the slight contact right there from the bump draft that actually got Eric in the 63. It upset his car a little bit, and once it did that, you saw that driver almost turn right into the wall. Luckily, it was heads up move. Great driving by that driver right there in Eric in that 63 Ford F-150. He was able to keep it going, and he is fighting forward again. That outside line, if they can stay organized, they can stay right there with the inside line. You're going to see these drivers, they're going to start to find a line they prefer, whether that's the inside or the outside. They will eventually find a spot they prefer to be at, and that's where they're going to ride for a little bit. There's no need to get pushy right now. It's lap 5, coming to lap 5 of 100 laps. They realize we're all going to be here a while. I had a wise guy once tell me a while back, to finish first you have to finish. And that's the best way to outlook. Best way to think about these races. You got to be there at the end. As they're still drag racing down the backstretch, that outside line actually has the advantage going into turn 3 here, but that inside line is moving again. I see that 35 truck, he kind of bobbles, hits that apron a little bit. You don't want to do that. You're going to scrape off speed whenever that splitter drags across the ground. And you can upset the car and wreck. So you just go to the... I apologize. I'm going to call it a car all night, even though it is a truck. But you drag that splitter along that apron. There's a abrupt ending to the banking there. If you get on that too much, that's a big risk. See, he does it again. He's kind of getting shoved down there. And although the 51 truck may not actually be touching him, Joshua Moore at 54... he's pushing the 35 machine. He's pushing it with the air. And a lot of people don't think that that's in iRacing, but it absolutely is. And it's even more so with these trucks. They got that long back end, the tailgate portion of the truck, basically, where the bed of the truck is. All that air just gets right there and it turns into a wind tunnel almost. And you can manipulate the air in front of a driver or behind a driver, just depending on where you're at. This time by, it's going to be a dead heat. Side by side, inside row, outside row. They're fighting side by side, two by two. I'm waiting to see which one of these drivers is going to make that move. You know it's coming. You know it's coming. It's that legendary 3 wide at Daytona. One of these drivers are going to finally get tired of just riding a line, and they're going to jump out. It's going to be down to who has the cojones to do it and who's going to follow that driver when they finally do it. But that 17 truck is giving a mean shove to the 63 there. Going to inch that driver back out in front. But that low line has a shorter radius around Daytona, and they're linked up pretty good right now, too, between the 51 and 35. As let's go back in the pack. Let's see what this... So you got your top 16 drivers, top 15 drivers in that front pack. And then from 16th on back, you got this own little, we'll call it a cluster. They're just trying to stay about a second back off the pack. And then that way, if they do see smoke, start seeing sparks out their windshield, then they know that, okay, I got to check up. As we're going to go, actually, let's go on board with David Morgan here. Let's go to the cockpit cam. See what he's looking at Daytona. There's a lot of trucks out his windshield. That's the one thing about these plate tracks. A lot of people normally don't qualify. I think it's best to try to be as close to the front as you possibly can. Have the least amount of cars out your mirror. That's the least amount of risk somebody wrecks and collects you with them. That's just my thoughts. Other people will come to this track and they'll think, I'm just going to ride around the back away from the pack. That way I can avoid the wrecks. But even still, this is dangerous. He's really, really smooth with that wheel and running the high lane. So we saw that at the Daytona 500 this season. That high lane was dominant, and we're seeing it here. I mean, he's running the high lane by choice. He's not running it by anything other than choice. That's a good-looking one truck right there. A real good-looking one truck. Let's check up on Mr. Blaze Pizza Thomas and that 32 machine. You can tell he's got his plan. He's got a plan of his own. He's really on the island. Closest person to him was 28 seconds. He is at risk. He is at a big risk of going a lap down if this run was to continue and go on. So that's something he needs to be worried about. At a big, big risk. Guys, if you could, out in viewerland, give me an audio check. What's it sound like for the audio? How's the audio sounding as far as the cars and whatnot? I kind of got them a little messed up. Not happy with how it sounded on my end, but I'm checking YouTube periodically. So let me have an update, a heads up on what y'all think about the audio. If we need to up the cars again. But we got action going on back up front. Let's go up here to Nick Prince and Eric in that 63. They've actually top three single filed out. You got the 15. He's riding and pushing that 51 machine, and then you look to the outside, that 17. He's trying to form a line. He needs the momentum. That inside line has more drivers right now, so it's going to be naturally faster. But all you got to do, you just got to get organized on the outside lane, get you a few drivers pushing, and then, man, the way the air works here, you can get right up to the side of the inside guy, just on the outside. 35 actually jumped down low again. I thought he was going to jump out and take the run and the momentum with the 17 car, and that may be what he elects to do, but you got to be careful because you could come over in front of that 17 car. If he's coming up a lot faster than you are, that's how a lot of wrecks happen at these super speedway events. As you see, these drivers are doing a great job. 12 laps in the Daytona. They've been side by side every second of every lap. They're giving each other plenty of room. You're not seeing a whole lot of crowding from the high lane to the inside lane. Once we get around lap 80, 85, that's when the gloves come off. These boys on the outside lane, they're going to be side drafting. They're going to be trying to do everything they can to work that inside line back. But right now, we got a driver actually riding the wall a little bit. I don't know who that is exactly. I don't think it's going to hurt him too bad, but you definitely don't want damage this early. As you see, that 63 machine is looking strong out front. We might try to dial up on these drivers. I know my Five Kings brothers. I can talk to them while they're racing. Let's see if I can get old Scotty Stevens up in the booth with me. Scotty Stevens, this is Tanner Marr in the booth. You got a copy?
Gotcha.
So I knew I could bring one of my Five Kings brothers up here and they wouldn't get too mad at me. So we're noticing that you and the rest of the team, y'all are electing just kind of ride back and hope for a later caution, but not be in it. Is that what I'm saying here?
Yeah, we're just laying back, letting the race come to us. There's going to be some mayhem happening up front, so we're just going to play it safe, right out in the back till at least first 60 laps or so. We might get up there and shake it up a little bit last third of the race.
Now, Scotty, I just noted that the boys up front, now they have been double filed this entire time. But that outside line, it's not pinching, it's not crowding, it's just giving them plenty of room. But I did say around like lap 80, 85, gloves are going to come off, and that's when you're going to see side drafting. How's the draft in these trucks? Is it pretty substantial or what?
Yeah, I believe so. Once you get within about a second of them, you can suck up to somebody pretty quick. So, I mean, we kind of lost the draft right now, but there's going to be a caution to get us back up there. So, we're okay.
You got a pack of 5 drivers. That's Scotty Stevens in the O2 Marconi setup, 5 Kings Motorsports, Ford F-150. Scotty, maybe we'll be talking to you at the end. Good luck, buddy.
Yes, sir.
There you have it. So that's what I'm saying. Scotty Stevens and them, they elected to go to the back. They qualified bad on purpose, so they would get towards the back, and then that would keep them from the quote-unquote possible mayhem. As I think we actually have Tom Fredis going off the track, it does say, or Freitas. Let's see what's happened here. You see, oh, that driver just gets knocked off the track right there. They're starting to get a little dicey up front. You cannot go 3 wide to the tri-oval. You can, but it's never going to be good. As we're back live and then living color up front here. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it happens right there. There's going to be a big one. That's going to collect multiple cars. This whole lead pack is actually going to be out of it here. I've never seen a wreck that big. As you see that pack behind starting to catch them. My, oh my, what a massive wreck there. You just saw cars going every which direction. I got to scroll back on SDK and try to find what started all this mayhem. Let's try to go back a little bit further. As you see here, they're shuffling right now in the front. They're jockling around. The 51 actually gets clipped by that bright green truck, and then everybody else nowhere to go. It turns into a parking lot fast. Everybody's trying to gauge where they need to go, where I need to go. This 8 truck actually got through with very minimum damage right there. Very minimum damage. But man, there was just guys going every which direction. I mean, there you see it, folks. That's Talladega. That's Daytona at its finest. That 8 machine willed it through there, up 17 spots for being lucky, for having the wherewithal to dodge the wreck the best as he could. As we got a very busy pit road right now. You got a lot of drivers electing to go down pit lane. And then these drivers that actually stayed out, they're coming back around. Man, oh man, that was freaking carnage right there. That really shook up this whole entire race. You got J.W. Long in the 8 Toyota Tundra going to be leading this race when they go back green flag. Joshua W. Moore has pitted. Cameron Ingram has pitted. So the guys that were basically separated from that front pack are now running up towards the front. But it looks like Scotty Stevens and them is going to elect to pit. So we'll watch and see if they elect to take tires right here or not. Joshua Sexton, right side of the truck is being jacked up. Yep, 4 tires for all those drivers, including the 19. 4 tire stop. Scotty actually had a little bit worse of a pit stop than Joshua Sexton. As we go back out front, let's see if we can maybe bring up somebody. I don't want to just bring up anybody because they may be in the middle of a conversation. Man, oh man, that was wild. That was wild. That was one of the biggest wrecks I think I've seen thus far. I'm gonna bring Scotty back up just because I literally just talked to him. Well, Scotty, you hit the nail on the head, brother. It's Tanner Marr in the Five Kings booth. You got a copy?
Gotcha.
Man, oh man. No quicker, brother, than I got you moved back up. I got my iRacing pulled back up. I just saw 16 cars getting that incident right then.
Yeah, that's kind of what we was waiting on. That 16 cars is down a fast repair now, so they're gonna have to play it super safe. These Five Kings drivers back here got a fast repair to burn, so as long as we keep it in the back, keep it clean. I mean, you can't win the race unless you're at the end of it. So
So, Scotty, I wanted to pull you back up here because I wanted to know what's the fuel and tire situation like. I did see y'all elected to take 4 Mr. Feelgoods.
yeah, we got unlimited tires, so it just makes
Okay.
sense.
What
It just makes sense to take tires every caution you get. So I mean, the tire wear is not too bad here, but
What about your
eh,
fuel?
I really wasn't paying attention to it. Right now, it's saying we've got about 50 laps on a tank, so I would say probably about 40 laps.
Well, there you have it, folks. We're a quarter of the way in. We've had one big one, Five King Motorsports drivers that are electing to ride around the back, and thank goodness they did because you just had 16 cars destroyed right then. All right, Scotty. Looks like they delayed the green 1 lap, but was like I told you a while ago, maybe we'll be talking to you here at the end, brother.
Yes, sir.
So you hear that? He just basically caught it, and people's like, "How do you know that?" Guys, it's Daytona. Let's don't kid ourselves. It's going to happen. No, there wasn't even a driver right then that did anything wrong. Granted, other drivers might feel that he did, but at the end of the day, they're just racing. That's what they're doing. They're just out there. They're turning laps. They're just racing. And all it takes is one slip up, one misjudgment, one lapse of focus, and then boom, you got 16 trucks that are flipping through the air. That shows right there how quick it does happen. As was just actually, I heard in the background a driver blow the motor, had the motor expire right then on him. So that's that's never a good thing. I just see the lights are off on that gender neutral pace car. So we'll be making that hard left hand turn on the pit road, and these drivers can go back to action. They're gonna fire off 2 by 2 like they've been racing this entire time. You get some new faces up front. Most of the drivers that was in that lead pack had to go use a fast repair, so now they're not gambling with house money anymore. They get another incident. If it makes that truck sustain a lot of damage, then their night's virtually done. You gotta be careful here. as the field is going to be in control with the number 8 Toyota Tundra. J.W. Long is going to have control of this restart. Once that pace car gets all 4 tires off the racing surface, it's in the 8's hand, Mr. J. Long's hand. He can make him wait. He can fire early. It don't matter. It's up to him. He's earned that right. He made it through that caution. I'm not exactly sure if he pitted and took his fast spur or not. I know he did get slight damage from the first crash. Or the only crash thus far. I am noticing the 5 Kings guys. We just got off the line with Scotty Stevenson. He was talking about riding in the back, but he's currently coming off here P6 as the green flag is out. Ooh, Jay Long gets a great start. That 16 machine, or excuse me, that 18 machine of Michael Lucas did not. It was like that outside lane did not move. And now if I'm one of these drivers that's up near the front that's been riding around this whole time, I got one mission. Get to the front. I've done watched a big, massive pile up. Try to get out in front of these drivers. As you see the 40 of Richard really starting to swerve along. That's the kind of stuff that drivers at a super speedway hate to be around. And that's not a knock on Richard. He may have got loose right then or whatever. But when you see that out your windshield, you don't know what happened to that driver. So you, in your mind, you're thinking, well, that driver just got really aggressive. Granted, that may not have been what happened. That's just what it looked like. Don't look now. You got Scotty Steve. Oh, I thought he was going to do it. I thought he was getting ready to let him hang and go 3 wide. He's going to leave that 40 out to dry by himself. Now, let's see if that 40 can hang on the outside, trying to fight back with Mr. Sexton and Mr. Long here. Not losing a whole lot of momentum being out there by himself. You saw him side draft that 18, come down a little bit. Now he's going to have a little bit of help coming up to push him. That's going to be the 99 of Michael Wood. Going to try to get there and help form that outside line, help get it together a little bit better. As you see those trucks on the outside, as they start to get a little bit closer to each other, that momentum will come. They say it all the time, 2 cars, 2 trucks, it's faster than 1. And 3's even faster than that, and so on and so forth. And there you see right there, them drivers are starting to get linked up. Starting to see a lot of movement, though. This is when accidents happen, when you have drivers switching lanes. If you're on the bottom, you have to hold that yellow line. You can't really jump up any if there's a guy on your outside because, I mean, net code can happen. That driver that's on the outside is not expecting you to come up, and that's when incidents happen on accident. As I'm seeing that 18, he's having a little bit difficult of a time holding that yellow line. I think it's either the air pushing that truck around or maybe he has a little bit higher steering ratio. As you see drivers actually electing to fall back a little bit. When you see drivers dip down low onto the apron going on the backstretch, they're basically giving up there. They're saying, okay, there's getting ready to be mayhem here. I want no part of it. And we've seen Scotty Stevens actually do that. And Joshua Sexton holding up strong. And P3 right now as 40 trucks going to edge him out. That 40 and 99 of Michael Wood, they are doing both marvelous jobs hanging on that outside. That's not an easy feat to get up there and have the horsepower and the muscle to put yourself up there and contend for the lead. I mean, virtually, it's 2 cars, really, that are together versus like 6 that are organized. And you see the 29 of Frank Barber, he's starting to inch his way up there a little bit. Will he go with his teammate in 051 or will he stay to the outside? As we're coming to 25 laps, we're a quarter of the way into this time by. As you see that 8 machine, it's looking as if he sees that run on the outside. And it makes me think if that run is to come, it looks like it's coming now. Choo choo, here comes the train. With 3 trucks coming along. That's going to push the 40 alongside the 8. The 8's not going to give him a whole lot of room. The 8 came up a little bit. That's going to ultimately kill the momentum of the 40 truck. But coming down this, that 18. Michael Lucas, I'm afraid he's starting to get loose. He's starting to have to battle that truck a little bit, and that's never a great sight. As you see, the momentum just kind of died down now for the 40 and the outside lane. He needs Michael Wood just get a little bit closer to that bumper and start shoving him. If they can almost get basically locked together, as you see that outside line, it's really starting to form now. You got 6 trucks out there that's going to start working with each other, and that's what the outside lane needs. It needs just a few trucks just to get linked up. But the momentum, it just isn't there right now. It's just not there for the outside lane. That's a pretty good, cool camera right there. Man, oh man, that outside lane has just completely killed all its momentum. Every bit of momentum it had. And I see Scotty Stevens in the mix right there. He's currently like 6, 7 rows back on the inside. As you have a new outside lane forming, that looks like the 35 of Nick Prince. Ooh, we have a caution on the track somewhere. Caution is on the track. But the tattletale box is not telling me correctly. Ooh, Frank Barb involved. I'm trying to find it, folks. This tattletale box is a little bit different. We'll find it eventually, I promise. I promise you we will find it eventually. Oh, there you see. This driver's got a little bit tangled up on the outside line, and then boom, into the wall, the 29. 29 collects 64. They go down low, and ooh, back up on the track, nowhere to go. You got other guys just trying to dodge and miss the mayhem, but really heads up driving for a lot of drivers there. That could have been a lot bigger than it was, but the drivers did good dodging and avoiding that one. As we go back up front, ain't nothing changed. You got J.W. Long, who was actually under pressure from Nick Prince. Nick Prince got out and I think he led a lap or two earlier. Got up there and led a lap or two earlier, and was on that outside line and was fighting strong right then, trying to get back up there. And that caution just came out at the wrong time. And you see Joshua Sexton dip low. I'm interested to see who pits here. I think your top 2 looking like they're going to stay out. Top, Joshua Sexton's going in. We heard Scotty Stevens mention that he didn't think they had enough fuel. So it's going to be a slightly busy pit road. It's a pretty busy pit road. You got quite a bit of people. Blake Grice, Richel, Michael Lucas, Toby Whibble, Scotty Stevens, Noah Humberg, Joshua Sexton, Kel Butler. So you got quite a bit of takers for pit lane there. This is a pretty cool shot right here. You can see everybody's taking their left and right side tires. 72's rolling out, 34's rolling out. 40 spins him a little bit, but ultimately he's not racing anybody out, so he's going to get out okay. And a lot of times, just to give you an insight to the drivers, you see that some of these drivers, they've been there for a long time, and they're doing that on purpose. They're just waiting. They're waiting for most of the people to go out. As I say that, look who's going to be linked up. 29 machine of Frank Barb, Scotty Stevens, 02, 051 of Joshua Sexton. You think that was planned or what? Basically what they do, they sit there and just wait. They wait for pit road to kind of go empty because they want to be at the back of the pack. They know it's only, shoot, lap 29 of 100. So there's still a long ways to go. A long ways to go. There's still a lot of time for mayhem out here. I think it's about to get exciting, folks. I think it's getting ready to get exciting. As we see if the lights are going to go off on the pace car right here this time by or not. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going back green flag racing this time by. Also, while we're here, I think it's a good time to mention, if you ever need setups, shoot on over to McConeySetupShop.com. You can use promo code 5KINGS like you see down at the bottom right of the screen. The number 5, then the word KINGS. All one word, no space. They'll get you 10% off. That's an unlimited use discount code. You can use it as much as you want. Again, that's McConey Setup Shop. Promo code 5KINGS. Get you 10% off. McConey and Jeff McConey and his entire team of builders, they do fabulous work. But also the support they give to this sim racing community is unmatched. That's McConey Setup Shop. Promo code 5KINGS. Get yourself a great discount. Before they go back green flag too, I do want to let everybody know, 5 Kings Motorsports, we are starting a fantasy football league. We're going to do a 12-team league. We currently need about 3 more three more team owners, we'll call it. So if you're interested in fantasy football, it's going to be a live online draft on ESPN. If you're interested in fantasy football, give us a shout. 5 Kings Motorsports on Facebook, or you can write me, Tanner Marr. As that pace car pulls off, it's in the hands of the 8 car. He's going to be fought by the 35 on his outside. You want to see if that outside lane can get the momentum this time. We saw Nick. He was really fighting back strong. He was getting ready to make something happen that last time before the caution came out. It's going to be interesting to see here if he can make it work or not. Green flag laps are presented to you by Century 21. Century 21. They're a sponsor of Front Row Motorsports, and they're a sponsor of this broadcast. That's Century 21. Check them out. As you see, you got a couple new faces. You have the 111. I'm not exactly sure on what driver that is. The 111. That's Bruce Martin in the 111 Ford F-150. He is currently pushing that 8 machine. You see him starting to jockey a little bit. You got that inside line going up. Slight contact between the 111 and the 35 of Nick Prince there. I'm sorry, folks. I wish I knew everybody's name in here just by their paint schemes. But yeah, slight jockeying for position. Had some contact there. No harm, no foul. They're still got the 4 wheels rolling, and the front of the truck still facing to the front. As I see further on back in the pack, I got that 99 and 32. Michael Wood, Tom, they're linked up. They're going to be trying to make their way to the front. That 111's getting aggressive with the bumping. You can bump draft a little bit, folks. Remember, we talked about it. You can bump draft a little in these trucks, but you do have to be careful. You cannot push entering into a corner. It just upsets the truck, unloads the chassis, and the next thing you know, you're sending that driver around for a ride. As you see, a guy that's actually electing to jump down. He said he had enough. Didn't like that, what he was saying anymore, so he started to fall back. Again, I apologize. I'm not sure who that is. You got another driver electing to fall back. That's Toby Wibbles. He may be exiting the server completely. I'm not sure what that driver's doing. Hopefully he don't bring out a caution because he's sitting there. Oh well, we're green flag racing right now. We're still rolling strong. As you see, that time by 8 cars. Got another lap led underneath his belt. That 111 said, I'm done pushing. I'm going to try to be the one that gets pushed. As he's going to actually go up there and muscle the lead away. That was textbook. Textbook right there, folks. He saw the run developing in his mirror. He went up, grabbed the 35, and then they got by the 8. The 111 and 35 just had a power move. They're really starting to jockey towards the front here. You're starting to see trucks go back and forth. That's them. They're looking. They're trying to find a hole. And luckily for the 111, he did a great job right then. There wasn't no hole for him. Man, oh man, these boys are putting on one heck of a show for just 35 laps in. Gotta be super, super careful. You don't want to jockey around too much. Nick Prince, I'm telling you, that's a driver to watch. I can tell just by watching him. He made a power move earlier. I'm wanting to think if he does decide to try to jump out, I think that 8 truck's going to follow him. Let's see here. 8 truck still electing to push right now. Nick is right on the back bumper. He closed the gap entirely on the 111 Sunoco Racing Fuel powered machine. Will the Toyota Tundra, will it follow the Chevy? If he steps out, you see another Chevy further on back in the pack. That's that red truck. I'm not even sure who it is because I don't remember paint schemes at this point. But he finally elected to go off that bottom line and go up. You see a familiar face, that 40 machine. He's trying to throw his name back in the hat. You got the 18 back up there. They're actually catching lap traffic right here. Lap traffic is high, but this is when the track gets narrow. Ooh, squeezing. It's going to cause an incident.
Should be a caution. Caution's out.
Incident was caused. That was a mistake by one of the lead lap drivers. Lead lap driver made a mistake there and got loose, and the rest was history. You saw the track get narrow. I mean, it got really narrow as they were coming by that lap traffic, but I didn't think it was that bad of a deal. But you can see this car just gets pushed, gets bumped, boom. Everybody else is just along for the ride at that point. See how many people it caught actually here. So he's just gets that lap traffic, gets shoved a little bit. Lap traffic's doing everything they're supposed to do. They're out of the way. Luckily, no other drivers were involved, but that's what happens. That's why you gotta be careful. Yes, you can't see a whole lot when you're right behind somebody. You just see their truck and their tailgate, but you gotta have awareness on what's around that guy in front of him. Lap traffic came up. That guy checked up a little bit because the track got narrow. They were already double file. It was getting ready to be 3 wide. Truck checked up just a little bit, and then he was just sent for a ride at that point. See if we can bring up the front row racing, one of the owners, Tom. Maybe I won't catch him in mid-sentence here. Hey, Tom, this is Tanner Moore in the booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I got you. I wanted to bring you up and tell you to let your people know in Discord that under cautions, I may bring them up if they're up towards the front or something like that. Bring them in just for a mid-race interview just because caution laps are pretty long here, okay?
Yeah, 10-4 sounds good. I'll let them know right now.
All right, I noticed you and the 99 got hooked up right there. Michael Wood, you both got beautiful Blaze Pizza paint schemes. Is that kind of the game plan in going into tonight? As we're slowly but surely we're starting to approach that halfway point.
Yeah, Michael and I always work really well together. You know, we've been teammates since front row iRacing started. So we always usually find each other on track and usually get each other up front.
Well, right on, brother. I see you're taking a wave around there. Going to be back on the lead lap. Tom, how you pronounce your last name while I got you up here?
It's Freitas.
Tom Freitas. All right, I'll quit calling you just Tom. Got you. All right, Tom. This has been Tanner Moore and Five Kings Network. Boo. We will maybe be talking to you at the end. Good luck here, brother.
Yeah, 10-4. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, you hear Mr. Tom Freitas. I kind of forgot what he done said. Mr. Tom Freitas is getting back on the lead lap here. See, are the lights off on the pace car? I don't think lights are off yet. Lights are still on. So if the lights stay on one more time around, I might try to pull up Kel Butler or somebody along that. Actually, Mr. Butler is 11 laps down, so I knew he got in an incident earlier. He might be doing race control duties with Tom. Lights are off on the pace car. They're going to be double valve back up. They're going to re-rack them, try it again. Control of the field is going to be that 18 of Michael Lucas with Richard Mugulana on his outside in that 40 machine. That 40 machine, when he got up near the front earlier, he was a power mover. I mean, he made stuff happen. You saw him jump to the outside, contend for the lead, maybe even led a few laps. So he's going to be definitely a driver to watch here. Then you got one of Five Kings Motorsports' own, Mr. Scotty Stevens in the 02. Going to be rolling off on the second row on the... Well, he's on the inside. He's telling me he's fourth, but I think actually he's currently third. Then you got Mr. Tom Fredis' teammate, Michael Wood, going to be rolling off P6. Those drivers have been known to work with each other too. Mr. Wood and them from Blaze Motorsports. They work with Five Kings pretty good, so you might see a super team form here, guys, and that's what you need. You need teammates at these plate tracks. You need somebody that's going to go with you. I jokingly tell my teammates all the time, if I'm pushing them at a super speedway, I tell them, I don't care if you go to the snack bar. I'm going to follow you right to the snack bar, the concession stand, and I'm going to order the same thing you got. That's how committed I am. And that's what these drivers need right here. As you see, that gender neutral pace car is getting ready to make that hard left-hand turn. It's Michael Lucas. Is he going to make him wait? Is he going to hold him back? He's going to fire off a little bit earlier, faster than the green flag. Richard didn't get that great of a jump. He's actually going to have Scotty Stevens side by side going into turn 1 and 2. But man, oh man, that outside line didn't get the jump they wanted. But man, they got the momentum they needed, though. That 40 machine's getting pushed out front by Don't Look Now, but it's the 111 of Bruce Martin. He went away for a little bit, but not far, because he is back with Michael Wood trying to close the gap in on him. As you see Scotty Stevens. Scotty Stevens, he is a really good pusher. He knows how to do it. He's smart about it. I hope I don't jinx us and then him have a commentary curse and hook somebody, but he is. He's really, really smart about pushing. He's not going to be super aggressive with it right now. He's just basically riding around trying to click off laps, if I had to guess. But if he wants that inside line to move, if I'm leading this race and I need somebody behind me I can pick, I'm going to pick Scotty Stevens. You just got to be careful, because if he starts pushing at 18 and then the 8 pushes him, you're basically in the middle. You're the Oreo effect then. And you're subject to be wrecked at any second once that starts happening. As Scotty Stevens going to take it 3 wide, try to do a power move. Going to try to put his name at the top of the leaderboard right now. Don't have the help he needs, but I told you Michael Wood would follow Scotty Stevens, and I meant it. I knew he would. And the 40 car is going to get actually left out. Hung out to dry. The 111 coming down, forced the 99 to actually go down to the bottom. Scotty Stevens is trying to muscle his way back up to the front. That 111 and 02, they have the momentum. Michael Wood coming with him. It's going to be a 3x3 drag race here going into turn 1. As they're still side by side, that outside lane is formed pretty decently. The inside lane's better though. That's going to give the edge to the inside lane of Michael Lucas coming out of turn 1. As them drivers get really close, you got to be careful with that. I told y'all earlier, Michael Lucas, he was kind of bobbing off the bottom a little bit. You got to be careful if you start doing that when you got guys on your outside. Scotty Stevens actually got the momentum needed. He's going to clear that driver and go down. That Scotty Stevens going to lead this lap if he makes it back around. That 111 right there, though, he'll remember that in the memory bank. He's thinking, Scotty, I pushed you to the front. The minute you got up there, you left me out to dry. As you're going to see Scotty Stevens here. His favorite type of racing is plate racing. He loves this. He's very, very smart when it comes to plate racing. Is he going to try to go up and block that run that the 111 will have? They have more cars on the high lane, so they're coming. That momentum's going to come. It's building right now. Is Scotty Stevens going to go up and try to block that line? As you see, they're starting to really jockey. You got drivers trying to throw late blocks, and that's when the cautions will happen. If you're going to try to block that run, it's best to go early. Don't go late. As you see, once that yellow Pennzoil truck, once he gets up into that 99, that outside lane is going to have about a 5 miles per hour difference as they try to close this gap here. As the Pennzoil truck's actually looking to the outside, that actually forced Tom Fredis to actually go down low to the bottom lane. Only thing separating the Blaze Motorsports driver is that icy truck. The 111 still doing strong with the 45 pushing him on the outside. Man, oh man, this is getting interesting, folks. As you see, the 18, I thought he was going to elect to go up and try to pick up the 111 right there, but ultimately didn't. Trying to get Mr. Keith Mack to come and join me in the booth, but he's currently watching a movie with his kids, so I do understand it. He is not in the Discord as of yet. It's hard calling these races by yourself, folks. It's really hard. You see the 8 car actually go down to the apron right there. That's definitely not where you want to be at when you're up to speed. 8 cars pushing the 18, 18's pushing the 02. Will the outside lane get the momentum they need to get up there and fight Scotty Stevens? Right now, it's the 5 Kings Motorsports F-150 of the 02. Scotty Stevens out front, leading him at Daytona International Speedway, folks. Brought to you by Blaze Pizza, Century 21, McConey Setup Shop, BAM Racing Videos, FB's Sim Racing Button Box, the Butt Kicker, Raised Energy. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. As you see the 18 look up, 99 goes up. They're trying to form the outside lane, so the 111 actually jumped down, got tired of being out there by itself. Virtually, the 8 goes down to the apron again. It's getting dicey. Scotty Stevens goes up to the high lane, gets up with Michael Wood. I'm telling you, those drivers work good together. 5 Kings Motorsports, Blaze Motorsports. They're not actually aligned as teammates, but they do work together. As we're actually having a problem right now. There we go. Sorry, folks. My internet blinked out or something. I think Scotty blinked out, actually. There you see, they're still side by side. Scotty gave up the bottom. That allowed Mr. Lucas to come up and contend for the lead. You got Michael Wood shoving Scotty Stevens. You got the 8 car of J.W. Long drifting up the track a little bit, but he's trying to shove at 18. As the 18 has disappeared. Michael Lucas went down low is what happened there. He started blinking out, made the heads up move to go down low. Now, if Scotty can get that 99 clear of the 8, they both can go down and have full control of this race. But he just has to get that 99 to get the momentum and the power needed to get past that 8. And it's going to be hard to do. We need that 32 machine to get up there and get locked up with the 99. As that icy truck just actually differed and got off the high lane with Scotty and Michael. He's decided to go down low. That truck is still sitting down on the bottom as the 8 car comes up and makes a pretty aggressive block right there. Thought better of it by the time he got down there. 99, Michael Wood blinks out just a little bit, but we're all good. That 02, he's trying to get the horsepower needed. It's a 3 car line versus like a 6 car line. Not going to be able to do it right there. I think you're going to have J.W. Long lead another lap on the board. Man, what a look. What an awesome camera view here, folks. just look at it. You got Michael Wood just trying to shove the O2 as fast and hard as he can. These drivers are a lot closer than what it looks like on some of the camera views. They are right on top of each other. Now you can see there's another good shot of the pack there. Man, oh man. We're coming to the halfway point this time by. Well, one more lap after this, but this is lap 50 of 100. This time by, when they complete this lap, we'll be halfway done with the Daytona International Speedway recruitment race for the Front Row iRacing League. They're firing up a truck series going to be going on Wednesday nights. Reach out to them on Facebook on iRacing if you'd like to join. That is Front Row iRacing League. Truck series on Friday night, Xfinity series on Thursday night, capped off by the big heavy boys on Friday night. That's your next gen series on Friday nights. As you see, the 99 and 02, they're trying to do everything they can. But with just those two drivers up there, I don't think it's feasible for them to actually get the run they need. They need Tom Freitas in that 32 machine. Needs to get linked up with them. Get up there with them drivers and push them to the front as we go on cockpit with that 32 Blaze Motorsports machine. I actually see the icy truck get a little bit loose. Mr. Logitech tries to come down. That's Kevin LaChance. He's a league veteran as well. I think he is a member of Blaze Motorsports as well. But the whole reason why I came to this cockpit, I want y'all to listen. Y'all hear how that driver's letting out? That's how you know we're still barely at halfway of this race. When the laps start winding down, that right foot will quit lifting. It'll just stay down and wide open. And that's when the bump drive happens. You see Tom's actually getting a massive run here. Is lifting a little bit. We need him to get to the high lane. Need somebody to telekinesis tell him that and let him know that we need Mr. Tom on the high lane. You see the 40 machine trying to rebound back after getting to the wall a little bit earlier. Didn't get a lot of damage, I don't think, but he did get into the wall just a little bit. Not a whole lot of action there behind him. You got a few drivers, but they're still playing it safe. Some of them got a fast repair back there. Some of them don't have a fast repair. If you don't have a fast repair at this point, you're basically gambling with your own money. You're no longer on house money. As we go further on back in the pack, Noel and that 45 Pennzoil machine. That's a good looking ride with a red 45 on the side. Tom Pritchard, he was actually one of the drivers that started up front. If not actually up front, I think he did grid. Yes, he gridded P1, Mr. Tom Pritchard. Currently running P12 on the board. Not far back though, still able to be in the draft. You see here, these drivers are basically just clicking off laps again. As we missed it. Scotty Stevens made a pass for the lead up front to reclaim the throne, the Five Kings Motorsports throne. Top dog P1, Scotty Stevens in 02 machine. Man, oh man, it's just getting hot and heavy up front. You're seeing some new faces jump to the outside. Watch them as they blow by us here, folks. Going at almost 190 miles per hour there. And you got the 99 of Michael Wood pushing the 02 of Scotty Stevens. They have linked up. They was able to muscle around the 8 car on the high side. They're going to try to maintain this. As you see the 8 car dancing a little bit, decided to almost went 3 wide, decided against it at the last minute. As you see, the outside lane actually has momentum this time by. Who's going to lead? It's going to be Blake. Nope, it's going to be Scotty Stevens. Edging him out by about a half a car. The momentum just kind of died as they were coming to the tri-oval. I think now would be a great time to go to a Turn It Up segment presented by Blaze Pizza. That's fast-fired Blaze Pizza. Turn it up real loud. We'll turn it for you.
Caution, caution, caution. Guys, just like just remember, when it gets loaded, stay by those fans.
All right, folks, we are back. We are back. We are back. That was the Blaze Pizza Turn It Up. We will try to bring you more of the action with a Turn It Up segment brought to you by Blaze Pizza later on, but we do have a caution out on the speedway. Caution is out on the speedway. So let's go see if we can find what happened. Ooh, the 30. Ooh, I'm not sure who that was. Blake Kreis in the icy machine. 32 gets a little bit loose, getting shoved hard. Try to see if we can go back just far enough. This might be too far back, folks, but just bear with me. Let's see here. 8 machine went really low right there. Oh, I apologize. I still had that pulled up. 8 machine went really low. Let's see if it's this time by or not. I'm not exactly sure. A lot of jockeying for position. I was like, oh, the 32 gets hooked slightly by the 111, and then that just left Blake just nowhere to go. 111 hooked Tom, and mayhem ensued after that. Tough break for Blake. Let's see if he's able to get that machine rolling and going. He is coming down pit lane. I think he will be okay. He's going pretty fast on pit road here. I think that driver's speeding. Ooh, and look up there. I'm not sure who that is. No, I'm not sure who that was. There was somebody up in front that messed up one of their pit box, hit the wall. Shane Loveridge made a mistake entering pit road. Don't look now, but you got the 32 machine of Thomas Freitas currently going P1 on the board. Let's try to pull him down, see if we can get a word with this driver. We'll see who we can talk to here. Where's Michael Wood? Michael Wood's running P3. Let's pull down Michael Wood, see if we can get a word with him. Hopefully we ain't catch him in the middle of a conversation. Michael Wood, Mr. Number 99. This is Tanner Martin, 5 Kings Network booth. You got a copy?
What's going on? What's going on?
Well, brother, I'm doing good, but I have a feeling you're doing a little bit better. Currently running P3. Notice you got linked up with Scotty Stevens, but firing off right here, you're going to be right behind your teammate, Mr. Thomas, in that 32 machine. How you like your chances when we're coming to lap 60 here for the rest of this race?
I like my chances pretty well. Got caught up in an accident pretty early, but had one reset. Just trying to keep my nose clean right now. Get partnered up with Tom right now in the latter part of the race feels pretty good. Like my chances.
Those trucks are looking beautiful, and I was staying at the whole time, so you and Scotty went up high, and I was basically thinking out loud, come on, Tom, get up there, work with him, go to the high side. Never could get quite linked up with your real teammate. You and Scotty did a good job fighting for the lead. I have a feeling y'all probably get linked up again. All of y'all. That'll be about 7 of y'all. I don't think they can beat y'all like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, Michael Wood will be here at the end calling all the action. You're doing a marvelous job right now. I did hear you say you don't have a quick repair, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
So you're with no more house money. So you're playing with your own money at this point. So good luck, brother. Be safe and have fun.
Yeah, that's right. Flying by the seat of my pants. Thanks, Tanner.
Yes, sir. There you have it, the driver of the number 99 Ford, or no, excuse me, sorry. The number 99 Chevy Silverado, Mr. Michael Wood. Currently P3, lined up right behind his teammate in the 32 machine. That inside lane, it's been fast all night. I don't look for that to change, and it's definitely going to be a little bit faster whenever you get teammates pushing with about 40 laps to go this time by. Lights are off on the pace car. They're getting ready to pull them belts tight one more time. They're going to re-rack them. They're getting back bunched up together. This is when the fun happens. This is when the magic happens. This is when the drivers that make the big bucks. This is why they make the big bucks right here. If you got talent, you want all of it present, because we're about to go green flag racing. We're over halfway point. We're at Daytona, the world center of racing. Brought to you by Blaze Pizza, Century 21, live on the Five Kings Network with your host, Tanner Marr. Pace car makes that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Tom's going to make him wait a little bit. I'm sure he's counting down with his teammate right there behind him. Got Frank Barr behind them on the inside lane. 8 car actually gets a good jump. A little bit of separation, though, between him and the 19. That's going to allow Tom and Michael to maybe get the lead going back into turn 1 here. It's going to be a drag race, folks. As actually the 8 jumps down in front of Tom, leaves the 19 out hanging. The 19's not going to like that. You got the high side, though. They are linked up right now. The high side is organized, so this is going to be 2x2 battle as they're drag racing down the backstretch. There you see. They're linked up, but they got the 8 car in front of them. The 19's being shoved a little bit by the 40. Outside lane is trying to get organized, but they don't have the momentum. 19 jumps down and 40 goes with him. Outside lane is about 6 rows back, non-existent right now. As you see it, Mr. Tom looks high. And of course, who goes with him? None other than Michael Wood. Kevin LaChance, that 19 machine, he's going to go with him too. Those drivers just made a power move. Got around that 8 car. New leader up front, Mr. Tom Friedrich of Blaze Motorsports with that Blaze piece of Next Gen Broadcasting. Beautiful Chevy Silverado. Me being solo up in the booth, I would love to go to another Turn It Up segment for this race, but I know the minute I do it, we'll have carnage on the track. So we're going to push through. We're going to muscle through it. As you see, Tom, he's currently muscling through it. Michael Wood giving him a good push from behind that 19. Went up high, going to try to make that outside lane work. You got some drivers that are up there. They're jockeying for position. They're side-by-side drag racing once again down the backstretch. I'm telling you, that 8 of Jay Long has been aggressive all night, but not overly aggressive. He just put that truck exactly where he needs it to go, where he needs it to be, and he does it safely. But he is aggressive. I'm looking for him to go high right here with the 19. If he's able to clear that 19, and take the run with them. He's not going to be able to do it. 19's coming with too much momentum. He's currently clear right now, but did not come up and pick him up. Ooh, he went late. He did go late, but he got there in time. And that's going to hook the 99, Michael Wood. He is out of fast repair, and now he's got damage. And you get cars just piling in behind. No caution on the track. Caution is now out on the track. That all started because of a late block. I told y'all that's what happens. It checks up that outside lane ever so slightly, and then just carnage. Okay, so I went back way too far. I do apologize for that. See if maybe this show it. That's way far. Oh, that's my mistake. Ooh, see that Joshua Sexton was in it. Ooh, late in the race. Or late in the wreck. So that's going to shake it up right there. See if we can pull Mr. Joshua Sexton up in the booth and have a word with him. Alrighty, let's see if we can have a word with Mr. Joshua Sexton real quick. Maybe I'm not catching him in conversation. Joshua Sexton, this is Tanner Marr in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I hear you.
Man, oh man, so I've noticed you've been riding around kind of cool, calm, and collected most of the race, and then right then, looked like you're going to make it through with minimum damage, and then you got hooked into the wall. Do you still have your fast repair left?
Yeah. Luckily, the car got started because I thought it wasn't going to
Well,
fire.
I saw you sit there. Okay.
Yeah, I got it fired and got a fast repair. Should be good to go.
All right then, buddy. Well, maybe we'll be here at the end. I just wanted to make sure you had a fast repair. Good luck to you, Josh. Top 3. Maybe we'll be talking to you at the end, brother.
10-4.
That's a man of very few words, but awfully always very competitive out on the track. That's Joshua Sexton, the 051. Sadly, got caught up in that carnage. We will say right there. Just got a text message from my buddy Corey Sherman. That reminds me, Savage Edge Apparel. Look them up on Facebook. Look them up on TikTok. Savage Edge Apparel. They do top of the line work. Anything you need in apparel, they got you. You want a hat embroidered? Got you. Do you want a logo put on a shirt? They got you. You want your sim racing car put on a t-shirt? They got you. Just got my care package from today. Thank you, Corey Sherman, Amanda Sherman. That's Savage Edge Apparel. Check them out on Facebook. Let them know we sent you 5 Kings Motorsports. As you see, a very, very busy pit lane. Pit lane was busy. They got unlimited tires. These drivers are going to use it. As let's check our lineup. We got Noah Humberg currently leading the pack with Michael Lucas in the 18. Going to be firing off P2. Tom Pritchard right there behind him firing off P3. That was our post hitter earlier, Tom Pritchard. I actually think the lineup is currently messed up, but that's for race control to figure out. It might be correct. Waiting for confirmation to make sure completely. I think it. Oh well, it might be correct. If it is correct, you got Noel in the 45 Chevy Silverado, yellow and red Pennzoil machine. Going to be in command of this restart here. Laps are starting to wind down. We're coming to lap 67. He's looking like he's actually going to elect to take that Chevy Silverado down pit lane. Let's stay on board with this driver. We'll see if he has his fast repair left. As the 51's actually going to follow him too. So that's going to instead give the lead to Michael Lucas. Let's see if this Pennzoil machine has a fast repair. It's kind of hard to tell. Still looking as if it has damage. 51 has a little bit of damage on the left front. as he is still sitting on pit road, that kind of tells me that maybe he is just fixing damage with no fast repair. I don't know. Lights are off on the pace car. You got the back of the pack trying to catch up. They're coming out of turn 4 here right now. Pace car's going to make that hard left-hand turn on the pit road, and we're going to be back green flag racing with the field in the control of Michael Lucas in the Chevy Silverado. Kevin LaChance firing off on his outside. Tom Pritchard and Thomas firing off third and fourth. You got Scotty Stevens behind Thomas. They may try to work together. That 19, he's a part of their team. I do think. So they may not go 3 wide on him. They may try to push the 19 to the lead here, and they're going to do a pretty good job doing it as Scotty Stevens is all on the back bumper of the 32 machine right now, giving him a shove going into turn 1. As you see, drivers are starting to bobble. They're starting to jump around, trying to look for spots. 19 goes low just a little bit. That's going to leave the door open for the 32 being shoved by the 02, followed by the 99. That outside lane, they're trying to get the momentum. They got the 51 bringing up the rear here, trying to give them the push they need. 32 might lead this time by. 19 don't have a whole lot of momentum. The 18 actually went low, kind of left the 19. Scotty Stevens trying to come down, but not able to get down. I'm going to try to get my buddy Keith Mack in here with me. Got to tell him where I'm at. As we have a caution on the speedway. Oh, I missed it. 99 car going around. 99 car went around. Caution is on the speedway. I was trying to get my buddy in here. No. Michael Wood was involved. Let's see what happened here. Ooh, Kevin gets a little bit of bump. That's going to go up high. Take the 19. 18's going to get collected with him with minimal damage, but did get some damage. But I think that's going to have to park the 19 truck for the night. Hey, we did hear he was out of fast repair earlier. Now he got involved in that. I'm not sure how much beating and banging that truck can take. As we got, now we're joined by none other than Keith Mack. Mr. Keith, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, oh man, I am glad to see you. Even better, glad to hear you. How's it going tonight, brother?
Good night so far. You had some drinks tonight. We had a fire tonight. It was a good night.
So I saw the picture. Very, very good fire. Are you able to make it into the session right now, Mr. Mack?
I am loading in right now. If you give me 2 minutes, I'd be happy to call the end of this race. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. We're coming to lap 70 this time by. Actually, just went under caution. So Five Kings kind of lost a quote-unquote teammate right then. Michael Wood, Tom Fredis, and the whole Blaze Motorsports guys been working really good with Scotty Stevens up front. But Michael Wood ultimately just got hooked right then a little bit and already used the fast repair from earlier on in the race, Keith, so his race was done.
I love to hear Scotty Stevens out front. I can't wait to see it. I actually ran with him earlier today. He looked good earlier today also, so I'm looking forward to seeing him up front.
So Scotty actually, they rode around a long time in the back, Keith, and just rode around, like how we normally do at plate tracks. There was one massive pileup in the first of the race, Keith, and if you get a chance on the broadcast, Five Kings Network, Five Kings Motorsports on YouTube, you can go back and watch it. I've never seen a wreck that big, Keith. 16 cars I counted, and that's when I quit counting.
Oh, the fact that you got the 16 is an impressive amount for you, so I'm happy that
Right,
you got that.
right. I started using fingers, toes, and everything, and then I got kind of confused at 16, like what came after 16, and I just quit. But in all seriousness, cars went everywhere. They were just complete, total mayhem. And you want to know what caused it? I'll let you guess. We're at a plate track. were in the trucks. What caused it?
Someone didn't lift.
Bump drafting.
Ah, in a corner. But you're going into a
No, nope. It was on the straightaway, but as soon as that driver hit the guy in front of him, it just shot him off like a pinball. It was the craziest thing I've seen.
If you don't hit him square, you're gonna push him all over the place. And if the guy that you're gonna bump is not ready for it, but bump drafting's great now when you know who you're working with.
And but I mean, I talked about it earlier. So Scotty is somebody I think is a really good pusher on plate tracks normally, but Scotty's not going to push anybody on lap 20. Why? Because there's not a point. There's no reason, because it's you almost got to weigh risk versus reward, and I thought it was too early in the race. I guess that driver didn't. I mean, no harm, no foul, but there was 16, 17, 18 other drivers that were pretty upset about it, I'm sure.
I'm always a fan of riding around the back, very much like you described Scotty's strategy in the races. You ride around, it's a long race, so that's pretty much our strategy is what every race I get into.
Exactly.
Wait till it matters.
Keith, you cutting out, brother. Keith Mack, you got me?
I got you. I'm right there. I just finished loading into the game.
Okay, you cut out, so I heard you always ride around the back.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that strategy of just staying in the back, and when it matters, you're going to be there. You can't, racing in the early part of the race, it looks great on stats, but that's as far as it goes.
Right. I mean, it's cool to be on the broadcast up there battling and stuff like that. That kind of aspect of it is cool. The stats part of it, leading the most laps. But like I said earlier, like I've said before, to finish first you got to finish. And if you're up there trying to duke it out on lap 10, what's the point? You don't win nothing for crossing the line first on lap 11.
Yeah, but you know what I like to see here is he's got Kevin LeChance running second. He's also a fellow New England driver like myself. So I like to see that, I got a teammate up there running first. I got Kevin running second. That's a win-win for me.
So Kevin was actually involved in that last incident, but it's looking like he had minimal damage, Keith. I'm not seeing any damage whatsoever on the left side, and that's actually where the hit was from, and he did not pit, so he may have got by. Maybe the netcode guys did him a favor there and took care of him. Pace car getting ready to pull off.
He's looking really good here. Frankie Barber, you're just nuts. He's low on power, and he's in the back of the line, so.
What is
That's how
it?
the restart goes. Frank is low on power, and he's sitting way in the back of the inside row. He's sitting way back there.
Oh, okay. I just see Scotty Stevens actually gets a good jump. It's been weird all night. The outside lane has been the one in the lead going in turn one. So Scotty went a little bit earlier that time. You've seen he's coming up. He's trying to get in the clutches of not only Kevin LeChance, and you got Tom right there in the 32, but you also got, don't look now, but the 051 of Joshua Sexton. But Scotty went back down low, saw the run coming.
Look at that. He's pulling both sides. He pulled the top lane going into one, moved down, pulled the bottom through one. Like, he's not playing both angles here.
Just got to be careful doing that. You don't want to move up or move down too late. That's what we just saw happen. You throw that late block, and that guy that's coming up with all that momentum, if he don't lift.
Oh, a three wide almost.
The 19 got a little squirrely, bobbled a little bit, went high, and I thought we were getting ready to have 3 wide at Daytona. It's going to happen, Keith. It's just a matter of when.
If we don't have 3 wide at Daytona, I'll be very disappointed at the end of this race. That's what we're here for.
Yep. That's actually how Scotty actually got the lead earlier on. He jumped 3 wide up the middle and made it work. Actually had some drivers come with him. Pretty entertaining race thus far.
So it looks like we have some damage with the dark horse here. Maybe Josh Sexton sitting in the back. He's always a wild card back there. He tends to appear at the end of every race I see him in. So he may be a wild card sitting back there. And he's also a fan of Scotty. He's a partner.
You're exactly right. The one worry I have, I'm supposed to be unbiased up here, but I am with 5 Kings Motorsports, obviously. Joshua Sexton pulled him up here earlier, had a word with him. He's actually out of a fast repair, so he's no longer on house money.
Well, maybe unbiased. I think it's a fact that he ends up at the front. He's
Yep.
always in the middle.
Yep.
He don't win them all, but he's definitely competing at the end. He's a smart driver.
Did you see? I thought the 3 wide was getting ready to happen right there. Tom and that 32 just didn't have the momentum to get up next to that 19. I keep seeing that 19 drift high. I don't know if it's by design or what, but he's leaving the door open for Tom. I just don't know if Tom's going to take it. Did you see the 45 actually going down on the apron? He expects chaos to happen. Kudos to Michael Wood, too. He just took a hard lick. He is a lap down. I'm shown. I do believe, Keith. You can't correct me. But obviously the truck's not hurt too bad because he's able to stay right there with him in the draft.
Not the 99 and the 45 both lapped down. They both kind of backed out of it. Looked at it a little bit.
Okay. How many
Scotty's
laps?
still. Lap 76. Scotty's still playing both sides. You look, he's up, he's down. Going into turn 1 here, the 19 had a good run at the high side. If he can squeeze down a little bit here, not let Scotty get that big run off turn 2, he's going to push right down coming down the back stretch here. He's going to get a good run on the back stretch. My 19 may get him right here.
It's going to be a drag race here. You see 19 actually get a little bit of a shove from 32. The gloves come off now. We're 25 laps to go. They're going to start bumping. They're going to quit lifting. And this is when the mayhem and chaos is a surefire thing to happen. You see the 051. He's starting to throw his name in the hat. You say, ooh. Thomas is into the wall. That's going to kill. He's still into the wall. Can't pull it down. Heads up move by that driver. Newer driver's on his inside. But that just killed the entire outside lane there.
He's going to maintain the draft. If he can pick up that draft, maintain the draft, he'll climb right back up. 25 laps, so a lot of time to go in this.
I'm trying to think back. I think Thomas still has a fast repair. I'm not 100% sure. There was a huge wreck earlier, but I'm almost positive he never used it.
No, he's back. He's back in 7th, but he's also going to help. He's got Cody Morgan right there with him. So, yeah, that may push him right back up.
That 02 of Scotty Stevens is looking strong at Daytona International Speedway. The guy loves plate tracks, and you're seeing it now, guys. He started in the very, very back. Slowly, methodically worked his way up front. He's got his teammate on the outside, hanging out by himself right now. Scotty's not able to jump up and grab him. The minute he jumps up and grabs just one car, he's going to lose every bit of momentum he has.
I wonder if it's by design. No one is going on that high line to help Josh Sexton. They're staying in the bottom. They are hanging him up. He's moved right to the back.
Right. He lost 2 spots right then just because he got stuck on the high side. Now he might be in a place where he can get a little momentum, have a driver in front of him go up, and then he can follow him because he wants to get up there with Scotty, but he really wants to get up there and win this thing too, though.
Looks like everything has settled down here. I think we're going to have 10 laps of relaxation, and I think we have 10 laps of mayhem to finish this time.
That's probably on the money. As you see 19 go up a little bit. You see Josh saw that, and Josh went up as well. And then the 19 went back down, going to leave Josh out to dry. I noticed Josh has some rear end damage, Keith. I don't know if you
I noticed that. I wonder if that was from bump draft, or did he gotten something before I came here?
I didn't think he got into that last incident, but maybe he was checking up or something and got into it. The SDK this league sent me is way different than the SDK we used last Saturday. It's like when there's a wreck, like last Saturday, I got it down pat. I could pull it up instantly, no problem. Having a little bit of trouble with this SDK. There's a lot more buttons, and it's not as user-friendly, that's for sure.
Oh, well, back to 2-wide racing here with 21 to go. The outside lane led by the 15 of Tom Pritchard. He's got a push coming up.
And if I'm not mistaken, that's a United Kingdom driver, correct? And he was on the pole. I think I saw a United Kingdom flag earlier. We see smoke on the speedway. Ooh, we got a driver that ultimately expired the motor. That's 29 of Frank Barb.
He was running low on power when I first came on here, so I'm not totally shocked by that.
All right. I heard you mention it a while ago. That's a good thing about having a co-commentator up in the booth, so you can hear the radio chat, correct?
Yes, I can. I can't pick it all up, but I can pick a lot of it up.
Right. And see, I had mine, when I help somebody in the booth and I'm just commentating, I had mine turned on where I can hear some of it. But like right now, when the replay's actually going from my rig, I have it turned off, so I can never hear what they're really saying to each other. But that outside lane, man, I was getting excited. I thought they were getting ready to start dicing it up with about 20 laps to go, but, well, here we go. I spoke too soon because they're back.
Well, look who's sitting in the fourth car in that bottom lane. The 32 of Tom Freitas has made his way back up in the inside lane, which looks to be the desirable place to be in the fourth one in line. So he's climbed back up into this.
I'm trying to check his right side damage to see if he has to have some, of course, but it don't look like it's hurting him too much. As you see, that 18 goes way down on the apron, going to come back up. I'm not sure what that driver's doing. I'm sorry, but Michael Lucas has been up and down all race. His roller coaster of a race continues.
Geez, he may have lost so much momentum that time that he may be in trouble. That draft's going to walk away from him. Without a caution, his race may be coming to a boring ending for him here.
So I know in other cars, Keith, you can fall back 1.1 second, like on your relative black box, and you can maintain the draft. Scotty told us earlier it's about 0.9 to a second in these trucks, so I think you're right on the money. I think Michael Lucas is he's falling back quick, brother. He is 2.5 back, and he's just dropping like a rock now.
Yeah, so back to the 32, he's got some rear end damage here, but that doesn't look like it's slowing him down. He's got some help from Cody Morgan right behind him, so if he goes to make a run, he's going to have some friends behind him pushing him up.
Boy, that 51 machine, Keith, it has quite a bit of damage on its rear end. I did not know it was that bad. Let's see if we can get a chase view of Mr. Joshua Sexton here and see what. Oh man, he's jumped to the outside of Kevin LeChan. Now Scotty will come up and grab him here. Not really a big threat for Kevin to get a huge run. He might, but if this 051 gets clear, which he's about to be clear, he's trying to get himself down. Scotty thought he was going to be clear, then started to go down. That 19 machine's coming now. Got the 32 machine pushing him.
Scotty was stayed up there too long, and now he's got the 32, the 19 to defend to deal with.
These drivers are door banging a little bit down the back stretch. You're looking ready to have 3 wide. Thomas Fredis going down low. 32 machine got the 19 in the middle.
And the 15 of Tom Pritchard actually calling out, expecting him to wreck. He actually let off a little bit. I don't think he let off enough to lose the draft, but he definitely going to let them battle it out still. We get 17 to go.
Yep, coming to 17 to go. That 19's coming up a lot. I mean, look, he's wrecking Scotty Stevens at this point. I'm not sure why he kept coming up there. That's Kevin LeChance. He's a league member. I'm not. That may have just been a mistake trying to side draft a little bit. Maybe just try to. What do you think, Keith? Talk to me.
I think he's just trying to. He's been a little squirrely, since I've come on. I don't think he intentionally did it, but it doesn't look like anybody got a ton of damage. So I think the fact there wasn't a ton of damage looks like the 19 may have backed into the inside wall at the end. But I don't think it's going to really affect them. I think it's going to bulk them all back up again for a great last 16, say 10 to 16 laps here to go.
And look who's in front now. Let's see if we can pull Mr. Scotty Stevens down real quick. We talked to him twice already. We'll talk to him one more time. Scotty Stevens didn't get a whole lot of room there. This is Tanner and Keith in the booth. You got a copy?
Gotcha.
I hear it in your voice. That's a disappointed driver right there. Do you have your fast repair left, Scotty?
I still got it. About to roll in the pits, take it, get back up here, and see what we can do. Pushing that 51 to keep that 51 up front.
Now tell me, if we get down to about 5, 4, such laps to go, do you race Josh to the finish line here?
One to go. One to go backstretch, turn 3, 4. That's when you start racing them.
Now, Scotty, I mean, we've watched this whole race, brother. The momentum dies so fast. I don't know if I would pigeonhole myself to one lap.
Well, it's going to come down to if you have help behind you or not. If you don't have help behind you, you're not really going to do much. You can't outrun the bottom line in a drag race for sure by yourself.
One thing you do have going for you, there's a few trucks in front of you, but Joshua Sexton's bumper is completely destroyed. Looks like somebody took a sledgehammer right in the middle of it.
Yeah, I see that.
32 has some damage. Keith, you got anything for Scotty?
No, it's good to see you finally using the fast repair. You don't get paid for that extra when the race is over, so definitely use it while you got it.
Oh yeah. we're still fast. I don't know how much damage I got, but we've only got 15 to go. Might as well go ahead and burn it. So
I hope Josh don't pitch.
Who's got the car to beat? Who's got the car to beat out here?
Oh, definitely me.
What's the deal with the pitting?
Other than you.
What's that?
What's the deal? Why are we pitting for?
Well, I'm getting a fast repair done. Josh is probably taking tires.
man, if I was Sexton there, I'd want to keep control of the lead, right, Keith?
Yeah, just you can't give up being up front, but at the same time, we're gonna play track and a ton of drafting. He's gonna be in every position from the top to seventh anyway. So if you get tired of those last round, I'd do it.
All right,
Oh,
Scotty.
we've got 8 cars in the lead lap. They're not done wrecking yet. We just got to keep it clean till last lap here.
You're gonna be going green with about 14 or 13 or so laps to go, Scotty. We'll be here at the end, maybe talking to you. Good luck, brother.
All right, thanks.
All right, was Discord being really weird right there and would not let me move that driver back out. But we're here, we're good now.
Hey, interesting to start here. Cody Morgan just called up that he has got some damage to the truck and he's not really good on restarts. He's actually let everybody else around him know this already.
Oh, okay. So that's going to be on the outside lane here, and that's going to check up that outside lane more than likely. You can't pass to the inside if you're on the outside, so you're going to go 3 wide on this driver if he is that much hurt.
But what's interesting is I'm not sure I'd call that out to the other drivers. I may want to keep that tight to the belt.
I completely understand that, but then you run a risk of getting run over yourself. But, I mean, he was keeping up with the draft right then. So, he may be hurt. He may feel his confidence may be down on restarts, but I don't know if I would broadcast that either. Maybe if I had a teammate firing off behind me, of course I'd let him know that, you know. But
To the degree, like if I'm not his teammate and I'm thinking he's not as fast as everybody else, do I want to work with him? Probably not. I'm
nope,
gonna find another partner.
exactly, exactly.
And when you're down the end, you want all the friends you can.
So normally we don't do this, but there's about 8 people out here on the lead lap still. Who you got? Pick your winner, Keith.
You know what? Hey, I'm gonna go with Tom Freitas. I'll say he dropped back. He looked like he lost the almost lost the draft, and he's sitting right up in front again. He's got the catbird seat inside. He's got some friends here. I'm liking Freitas.
I'm gonna go with the 15 who put it on the pole, Mr. Tom Pritchard. In that orange F-150, I do believe. Yep.
This is so Scotty and Josh are together in the back. So they're not going to have to look to find each other. They're going to be able to work with each other strategically and move up from the back. So this could be an interesting last couple laps as they try and dice their way up. But I still think you got to get there and then you got to beat them. That's not easy to do.
I think them looking out their windshield, seeing this much damaged trucks is going to help them. I mean, they're only firing off. Josh is on the 3rd row. He did have quite a bit of rear end damage. I hit my mic. Sorry if that was loud. But he did have quite a bit of rear end damage when he went in, Keith. But I did notice that although it's not straight, it's not nearly as banged up as what it was. Tom up front has significant rear end damage. So this is going to be interesting when the pushing and shoving starts to happen.
And here we go. Let's go. We got lap 87 here. Lap 88. We got 12 to go. Let's have some fun.
I see the yellow number 72, I do believe, did not get a great jump, and the 25 didn't either. He let everybody know he did not think he'd get that great of a jump. 72 goes high. 18's going to try to look with him. I think he's going to leave that driver out to dry on the high side.
Yeah, I think, there's no need to go out there right now. If you don't feel comfortable with the guy to lead it, might as well wait, go by him, then get out there with your friends. I think we're going to see some good 3-wide racing here come the end here. I think it's going to get some fun to watch.
Oh, we got a driver going down on the grass. Hopefully he don't try to come back on track. He is going to try
it's the 18.
I'm not surprised. I can't say nothing else, but I'm just going to say I'm not surprised.
It's the second time that's happened since I've come on.
You notice I went quiet right then, but there's a reason.
Yeah, we had Freitas up front lead. He's got Shane right behind him. Scotty Stevens and Josh was Sexton in the 3-4 spot. 19's pulling down. The 19 is off the track and losing power.
I wonder what's happened. Yeah, it said he just towed to the pits. I'm not sure if that's what you got too. Outside lanes getting the momentum on the back stretch. You got Scotty Stevens. You got Joshua Sexton linked up. Can the 5 Kings Motorsports drivers, can they pull it out again? This Friday night series It's been no secret. We got a bounty on our head for regular points racing. It's up to $75 because we've won the last 3 races. Can we get another one? Luck's been on our side by far. Maybe it'll be on our side one more time. Scotty is trying to get the power put down to get up there on the outside, but that inside lane, Keith, it's got a shorter radius and it's looking fast right now.
He said when he came on here, you can't outrun a drag race that inside lane.
Yep.
Look, you got the chain looking lower, or is that Freighter's looking low? I'm gonna push that 3 wide. Great restraint there. We got 10 to go. Yeah,
it's about to get dicey.
At the 25 of Cody Morgan there, the yellow car. I can't tell. It looks like a 15, but I think it's a 25.
Which one? The Pennzoil?
The Pennzoil, yeah. What is that? Whose car is that?
That is
could
a
he be the
45.
dark horse? Is he gonna be the dark horse that's gonna push somebody? He's not. He doesn't even have a goat in a race.
It's showing me a lap down, so he could just, like you said, just be the. And Scotty Stevens can squeeze up into the wall. That collects Joshua Sexton. That's what I was talking about. Luck, folks. Luck. Didn't have it right there. Scotty Stevens, we already know he used a fast prayer. Scotty is not a happy camper right now. I promise you, he is mad. As you see, he just gets shoved up by the 72. Shoves Joshua Sexton to the 51 down. And that might be the night for those 2 drivers. I'm not sure about Scotty. Let's try to get a... Nope. Motor expired. Scotty Stevens is done for the night. Joshua Sexton, let's get an update on him. I don't know if I want to pull him down right now or not, Keith. He may not be happy.
Yeah. I would pull him down with 9 to go. I'd let them be, but it looks like the 72, once he touched him, he got sucked right into him.
Joshua Sexton just blew the motor. Just lost the motor down the backstretch. Well, I saw a pump of smoke come out.
Now he's losing speed. He just confirmed it on the mic. He has blown up.
Tough break for that driver. Joshua Sexton kept it clean all night. Got caught up there in the middle of the race. Now it's going to be a drag race down to 5 drivers. We started 40 cars, or about 37, I think, actually, tonight, Keith. Noel, how many laps is Noel down?
He actually, if he wasn't involved, he should be getting a lucky dog. Yep, here he comes. He's got the lucky dog right now.
And I think he has a fairly clean truck, too, don't he?
His right side looks pretty beat up.
So I noticed my pick and your pick are still in it.
In the front row together.
Yep, they're firing off 1-2. What happened to Frankie earlier? You say he blew a motor?
Frankie blew a motor also.
Okay, yeah, because he was down on power. So Tom elected to stay out. I don't know, actually. I don't want to be even starting 6 if I can start first with about 7 laps to go, 6 laps to go when we come to it.
Yeah, tires at 8 to go in can make a difference on a plate of track
like this. On a plate track's not going to make any difference. Now, if you're a driver with some damage, maybe go in and get it fixed, possibly. But if you don't think the damage is hurting you, there ain't no sense in even losing the track position now. If you're out front.
Well, I will say this here: the bounty will get collected tonight. There are no more 5 Kings Motorsports drivers out there, so it will be collected tonight.
It's only for points races.
Oh.
Just because this is an open to all race because it's our hosted session.
Gotcha.
But when it does get collected, it's coming out of your pocket, Keith.
I gotta do my wife call. So it looks like the 19 is gonna wave around. So 19 is also lead lap. We get 17 cars and we'll leave 7 cars here in lead lap. And I want to say the 19 has used a fast repair. His car looks really clean. We saw him.
Yep.
We saw him get tied up about 5 laps ago. He's looking really clean. He was fast early. He may be a dark horse to come through this field. A fellow New England driver.
I know he didn't use it earlier. Kevin didn't when he got in the massive 70 car wreck. And I was surprised he was able to maintain pace or whatever. So I bet he just went in and used it right then.
Man, I don't know if I'd have been that patient, but good for him for being that way.
Right. That wreck was weird, man. There were so many cars involved, but there was a few cars that flipped. And I know for a fact, I think it was actually my pick, Pritchard, drove literally through somebody. It was like they wasn't even there. So, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, netcode guys took care of him. Yep, 19 is getting away from him. Make sure I'm live. I am live now. Okay. It's going to get really, really interesting here. Who's going to work with who?
You know what? I think at this point, hey, you work with whoever the guy is in front of you.
You have to at this point. I don't know if there's any teammates out here. We can look into the Discord and see. Kevin LaChance might be with Pritchard just because, I mean, might be with Tom and I'm 32. But I don't know if they're actually teammates like that. You also got Tom Pritchard in there as well. So, I mean, those three drivers might link up and go 1, 2, 3 here. It's going to be interesting because we interview the top three if the top three is not inside the Discord.
I'll tell you, one thing I don't like is when you get the waiver on the pace car and you are racing trying to get caught up, and by the time you catch them, they get ready to take the green.
Yep.
I like to get up there and get settled in before the thing goes green. I don't like coming at it at a fast pace.
So on Sundays in BPL, they actually delay the green 1 lap after the lucky dog car. And that's because that guy, if he's not caught up all the way, he's getting close to being caught up normally. And he's going 180, whereas they're still creeping. Like, see what Kevin's doing right here? And watch, he's going to catch his pack fast. And you got one or two things you can do. You can jump to the outside and take the momentum, or you can lift. And, as soon as you lift that one time, your momentum's dead. 15 got a great jump there, and my, oh my, the 18 didn't.
Yeah, but now the chance is there, but he's not there. He's going to fight to catch that draft, and with 5 to go, that's not that's not a place you want to be.
That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. It's going to take him a good solid lap to actually get there. Now he is closing in on him. But that guy in front of him does have damage, so he's that 64 truck may not be all that fast. 32 is locked up with the 15 right here, as we're going to be 5 to go this time by.
If I'm the 32, I am not making any moves. I am just gonna tuck in behind him and wait this out till the end. If you get out there too much, you're the hunted. I'd rather be the hunter in the last lap.
I don't think we're going without another caution. I don't think there may only be 6, 7 trucks out here, but I mean they're racing now. Like I said earlier, about 20, 25 laps ago. I don't think you lift anymore. Matter of fact, we'll go on board. Let's go on board with Thomas. Because I went on board with him earlier, and he was lifting out quite a bit. Let's just see what he's doing here. Ooh, Tom Pritchard has Vegemite on his car. You ever tried it?
No, I'm a meat eater. Thank you.
I've never actually tried it. I've smelt it and watched other people try it. Ooh.
So here's the question: if I'm the 32, I'm gonna tuck in behind him. If I see a run coming the outside, I may just jump up and grab it because you're not gonna beat him by follow.
Right. You have to. If you see the outside lane get some type of, if they form and get some type of momentum, you got to throw that block and you got to try to take the momentum with them. I just don't know if there's enough cars left for that outside lane to get forming. They would have to all just play a joke on Tom Pritchard and leave him down there. And he has a mirror. He's not just going to let them drivers jump up. So Tom has to have a heck of a run and make it where Pritchard's not clear if he does jump up.
Yeah, but even if you don't have enough cars to do it, if you're in third place, you don't want to sit there and finish third. You want to make a run for this third, sixth. It don't matter. You want to make a run for the win. You're at Daytona.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think this is going to finish like this. I think we're going to have another caution between now and then. And there's nothing on these drivers. That's just, they're out here trying to win at Daytona. Every time I see Tom kind of dip up a little bit, I think he's going to go. And I'm just interested, Keith. I know I interrupt you, but I'm interested to see who's going to follow when one of these guys does finally go up. I see Michael Lucas looking up now. Is anybody going to be a taker and go with 3 laps to go, or do you wait till the last lap?
I'm gonna say it's gonna be on the last lap, and I think Freitas is gonna go low in the back stretch and squeeze his way under him. I think he's gonna set him up because if you look, when he comes off turn 2, he floats up a little bit. And Pritchard goes up, not to let him get that run. So I think he's gonna go up a little bit and dive below.
I just worry about those last lap scenarios as we can see.
25.
The 45 gets really loose there.
He had the concept. He started looking low. That's what I'm thinking is gonna happen. I think you can go below the double yellow line and get by.
There you see it right there.
Yep. Oh, the 18 made a mess up. Look, he lost his bumper on the 8 because the 18. 18's gonna run. Look at him pushing right by.
Yeah, by himself too. There wasn't really any help. He just took the draft from 3-2 and went up. But look how much it stalls out in the corner though.
Yeah, but he's also a car that doesn't have any damage either. His car looks pristine.
That is true too, and I don't know how, but can Tom do it? We're white flag this time by. It's been Daytona International Speedway, Front Row iRacing. Got a truck series starting on Wednesday night soon. That's Front Row iRacing League on Facebook. Check them out. Send them a message.
I don't know why Cody Morgan's not trying to help out more. He's just content in 4th place. Maybe he can't because he's got some damage. I'm surprised he's not trying to help that 18 a little bit.
Oh, who's going to do it? Tom looks high. He's going with the 18. 18's trying to go and wreck him. That's going to leave it up to the 15 to 25 as they're coming to turn 1 and 2. 25 goes high. They're going to be side by side. 45's looking low.
He's going to get a good old 45's going under.
This is going to be the race here, boys. They're going to drag race to the trial. I think the 15th in the money spot. 25 or 35, whoever just gets it loose. 25 of Cody Morgan. Tom Pritchard started on the pole, fell back early in a mid-race incident. It's going to be your winner here tonight. Unofficial results. Tom Pritchard, P1. Noel Humberg in second with Thomas Freitas finishing P3. Right at your top 5, you got Michael Lucas and Cody Morgan. See if we can get Mr. Pritchard to burn it down for us one time here tonight. Keith Mack, give me your thoughts thus far before we get these drivers in here for an interview.
He made it look easy. Nobody really got up there to challenge him. The battle was really for 2nd place. There was so much fighting for 2nd place. He just got the ride. I'm very surprised by that.
Lo and behold, my pick finally did something right. Yes! I finally picked him right. But, to be fair...
You picked the vegan Brit.
To be fair, I think Thomas was going to have something for him right there. Just a little bit too much pushing and shoving, and that ultimately kept him from contending there at the end.
Thought he was smart. He had the track position at the last caution, and he guarded that bottom. If you were going to beat him, you would have to beat him high, and he wasn't going to let you beat him any other way.
Oh, the Brit does it a little bit different. They go down in the grass, do their burnouts. Okay, SDK just changed the camera on me for whatever reason. All right, Tom Pritchard is the winner, but he did not give us... There we go. Burn it down, young son. Back in the grass again. Oh, my goodness gracious, kid. Come on. Burn it down. Brought to you by Blaze Pizza. Check them out. They are expanding nationwide, and for great reason. That's Blaze Pizza. Check them out. They are freaking delicious. All right, Keith.
Featured under 3 minutes, too. It's excellent. I love it.
What is it now?
Blaze Pizza. It's under 3 minutes. Fresh pizza, fresh baked pizza.
Oh, so you got a Blaze in your city, too?
100%. I'm a Blaze fan. Actually, one of the original investors in Blaze is none other than LeBron James.
Yep. So we just got a Blaze Pizza in Bowling Green. I actually live in Smiths Grove, but Bowling Green is about 15 minutes up the road. It's a bigger city. Anyways, though, but we just got Blaze Pizza. Man, it's fire.
Hey, Tom, thanks for joining us here. But I got to tell you, you ruined it. I actually picked you to win this here. And, what did you do here at the end? What happened?
Oh man, I have no idea. I was talking to one of my teammates in Discord to get the plan there for the end, and forgetting that Tom, who was leading the race, was in our Discord channel because we weren't in our team chat, and that kind of ruined all that. So,
Oh wow.
yeah, it was poor planning, not paying attention, lack of sleep. But yeah, I mean, overall, it wasn't a horrible race. I mean, definitely could have went better. But I mean, for Daytona, it's kind of what I expected for Daytona, to be honest.
Well, Tom, I hear you, brother. You were looking really strong there for a while. I picked Pritchard just because Keith picked you. So, I mean, we did that. There was about, what do you think, Keith, about 20, 25 laps to go? We had a little bit
Yeah.
still left to go.
Yeah. We did when we did it. We had Scotty Stevens and Joshua Sexton look really smart at the time. They looked really solid up there, and I was still picking you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I mean,
You let us
we had a
down,
good
Tom. Way to
we
go.
had a good strong truck, but yeah, I do apologize for that. The had a run there on the leader, and the 18 was about ready to pull out on me, so I was figured might have enough room to get in front of the 18. We can just get by Tom there for the lead, and well, guess the 18 had a little bit more run than I anticipated, and got us both in the wall. But it's unfortunate.
When you watch the replay back, you'll see a common theme with the 18. So, but it's overall a really good race, Tom. Run us down your sponsors one time, and then let us know about this new series you're firing up.
Yeah, so again, just want to give a big shout out to Blaze Pizza, Century 21, Esports Logo Designs. Big shout out to them. And again, obviously, Chris Balhamus over at Next Gen Broadcasting. Shout out to him. So we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all those guys behind the scenes helping us do this. And but yeah, so again, this was a recruitment race for our truck series that we'll be starting in the next few weeks here. The truck series will be on Wednesday nights. It'll be a fixed league, setup league with a fast repair. Then we'll also have our Bush series, which will be the Xfinity cars. Again, fixed setup league, and one fast repair, and then we'll have we already have our Cup Series league, which we will continue. But yeah, we got some other series now. It'll be a stepping stone for other drivers to come into iRacing, new drivers. Anybody who wants to get their feet wet in iRacing, we're more than happy to welcome them to front row iRacing and get them set up and watch them rise to the ranks, you could say.
Right on, Tom. Well, there you have it. That's Mr. Tom finishing P3 here tonight in that 32 machine Blaze Motorsports. Tom, we'll see you next Friday, brother.
Yeah, we'll see you next Friday, and can't wait to get back out on the track with you and see you in the rearview mirror.
I got you, brother. Good race tonight, buddy.
Hey, man, thank you. Have a good night, man.
See you. All right, Mr. Keith Mack, let's do the honors. We got Mr. Noel up in the booth with us.
Noel, you're a lap down. You've got 15 to go. What's going through your mind? Can you hear us? I think we're having some technical difficulties here with Mr. Holmberg.
We'll go ahead and pull our race winner up real quick. Mr. Tom Pritchard, I think Noel's having some mic issues right now. This is Tanner and Keith Mack in the Five Kings Network booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, g'day. How you going?
I'm doing good, brother. I bet you're doing a little bit better, though. And I'm actually doing a little bit better myself because with about 25 laps to go, I picked you. You were my winner for the night.
Only 25 laps to go. What about the faith in me with about 100 laps to go? Or with,
But look, I was in here by myself.
Everybody picked wrecked. You didn't want his faith. Everybody was wrecked and you picked. You don't want that.
But to my defense, Tom, I was up here by myself, so like I couldn't just say, okay, my pick to win. I had to ask Keith first, and then once Keith answered Tom, 32, then I answered the real Tom, number 15. But Tom, started out the race on the pole. You looked really, really fast out the gate. A huge wreck at the start of the race. Talk me through your race tonight.
Yeah, well, got on the pole, which I was pretty happy about. And then from the start, we just it was all kind of very choppy all over the pack, and it was just destined to be a big wreck at some point. And unfortunately, got caught up in that first big one. I think most of the field got caught up in it. But then I just kind of stayed towards the back. I just let the wrecks then happen in front of me and made sure I kind of kept my nose clean until about 30 laps to go. Of which time I then kind of paired up a little bit with Shane Loveridge. I called us the pair of kangaroos going up against the Yanks, and we kind of got our way back up towards the front, and unfortunately Shane ended up wrecking out with I think about 10 to go. But coming into the last bit there, I could see the other Tom was it was going to be a battle between him and I, and the end ended up playing out a little bit differently to what I thought it was going to be. But luckily, I was able to fend off Noel and Tom at the end there. So no, happy with the result.
So I hear that you found yourself a teammate out there. Talk to me. Tell me how important it is to have a teammate when you come to these plate tracks.
Oh, critical! Like it makes such a massive difference when you're trying to control the field. It really helps to have, even if it's just one person. You can kind of dictate a little bit better where you are in the pack. You can move up and down a little bit easier. But yeah, it's critical to have a teammate to do it.
Right on time. Well, you put on a clinic here tonight, brother. Put it on a pole. Fell back a little bit because of an incident earlier on, but you're able to fight your way back up front. Mr. Tom, you got any sponsors or shout you want to throw out there before we let you go back to your race team?
Apart from Big Red Roos in Australia, that's my current sponsor. So no, it's look. I just want to take the opportunity to thank the guys that put on, thank you guys for the broadcast, and thank the league and all that for for the race, and hopefully you'll see me back in the league and having a few more races.
I tell you what, Tom, I'm normally a racer on Friday nights. I just decided to broadcast because Chris was still waiting on his PC. So we'll be on track together battling next Friday, brother.
Sounds good.
Absolutely, buddy. Thank you, Tom. Congratulations, buddy.
See you later. Thank you.
All right, let's try one more time. Mr. Noel, you got a copy?
Sorry, yeah, I'm here. Yeah, it's Noel.
Oh, no. Sorry. Keith, you want to do the honors?
Yeah, 15 laps to go. You're a lap down. Are you thinking the race is over? Like, what's going through your mind? Like, what's your game plan to get yourself back in this thing?
I knew there'd be more cautions, and I was just keeping it calm and casual and just waiting to see what happens. But wow, that was my heart's still beating.
You have to come out second. Even toward with a lap to go, you're what, fifth or sixth, is kind of battling your way back there. Did you have any friends in the group that you had planned to try and partner up with? You're going to make the move on Mr. Pritchard.
Yeah, I mean, at the time I had Tom, our fearless leader, Tom Freitas. He was with me up there, but we didn't really have a plan or nothing. We didn't have anything going, but I knew who I could go with if I needed to.
No, Tana did pick your fearless leader to lose, by the way. I picked you guys to win, but Tana did not.
I picked Pritchard, so joke's on me. But we're the winning combo tonight, Mr. Disco. We'll be out on track with you again on Friday, brother. You put on a clinic tonight, brought it home P2. You got any sponsors or shout you want to throw out there?
Yeah, I mean, not tonight, really. I was just driving a basic truck, So, but yeah, I'm in with Blaze Pizza and, of course, my main sponsor, the Jesus Christ, I can't even think right now, but yeah, I'm all good.
Oh, come on, Disco. You can't think of them?
What Health and Wellness? That's my main sponsor on Friday nights. But
okay, right on.
I wasn't driving their car today just because we were doing trucks, and I don't have I wasn't quite ready for all of it, but
I got you.
yeah.
I got you. Well, anyway, so still podium finish, Mr. Disco. We will see you out on track on Friday, brother. Congratulations.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. All right, Mr. Keith Mack. I currently got on the screen. We got Blaze Pizza, fast fired. Blaze Pizza. We got Next Gen Broadcasting. We got Century 21. And then we have Five Kings Network. That is the sponsor for tonight. Aside from Five Kings Network, we are drivers in this league, but we brought the action to you live in the color tonight. Keith, Matt, before we wrap it up and finish this thing, what's your final thoughts?
It's gonna be a great league to get going. I think front row does a great job with their leagues. I'm excited to see some more racing on Wednesday night. It's gonna be awesome.
You can catch all the action on Next Gen Broadcasting on Wednesday nights, Thursday nights, starting really soon. But for right now, it's every Friday night's Next Gen Series tonight, which is a one-off special race. I want to thank the viewers for tuning in. Thank you, Thomas, for allowing us to come on and put on the product for you guys. And until then, until next time, we'll see you.